What's up? So today is Thursday, December 11th. I'll be trading the Nasdaq like I always do. So I am coming into the session with a bullish bias. I feel like on the daily, right? I know we did sweep out all these lows, but I feel like at least, well, it was looking like we were going to invert this 4 hour. Honestly, if this 4 hour holds, I might flip bearish, but I feel like if we keep trending up, I'd be bullish. I mean, there is this data high above. There's an S&T at the data high. So it's not like as higher rated it'll hit. But if we do like shift structure and start trending back up pretty soon, it'd be a good target like this data high. Especially though, like I really gotta pay attention to 10 a.m. though. Because like once we invert this 4 hour gap, I'm gonna be a lot more confident in longs. I wonder, so I guess when we're tapping into all these gaps down here, like there's these unfilled gaps we're tapping into. We're delivering from this 15-minute gap right now. There's no shot I'm getting an entry for longs though, the way it's looking right now. I pretty much need more price action to play out to be confident in anything. The only news today was we had unemployment claims at 8:30. I feel like honestly, the way we're moving right now though, I feel like this 4 hour is just such a great condition. I mean, there's no daily gap here, yeah. I really love setting range conditions like that. I want to check how ES is doing compared to NQ. They're moving about the same. Well, there's an SMT at these lows over here. Yeah, I guess NQ is moving more bearish right now. There's probably a 30-second here. Oh my god, this is such chop. There's no 30-second. Even if there was, I wouldn't take it. You know, I hope price action is not a barcode again today, because this is starting to look a little barcodey. It's scaring me a little bit. So I'll mark out the S&T at data highs, because NQ never swept out data highs. ES is moving so much more bullish though. Oh, I guess we're finally getting a reaction. Okay. So the main reason I'm really not looking to take longs at this moment in time right now, like we swept out all these stacked lows over here. We're delivering from like these higher time frame gaps, like these 15-minute gaps. But the highest time frame gap in this leg, that like in terms of my trading plan, is this 5-minute gap over here. And like your stop loss is just crazy. Like, cause me personally, I like to. Jake said NQ. Yeah, it's NQ on the left side, and I have ES on the right side. But I only trade NQ. But yeah, my stop would be crazy if I took that. So I mean, and my break even point is way too close. Did I? What is going on right now? I gotta fix that. I. How do I fix that? I will deal with that later. Yeah, I genuinely don't know how to fix that. Yeah, my music got messed up. Whatever. No music. I'll survive. You said, what's your game plan today, G? Well, honestly, so if this 4-hour gap gets inverted, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. If it gets inverted, I will be bullish. But if we hold this gap, and like the way we're moving right now, I'm going to be bearish all the way until Asia lows, to be honest. Because like, I'm just looking, like most recently, like what PD arrays are being respected and disrespected. And like we're respecting this 4-hour gap here, and we're starting to disrespect like all these 15-minute gaps up here and stuff. But like, let's say if right before 10 a.m. we kind of shoot up and we invert this gap. So I mean, honestly, right now I'm pretty much waiting until 10 a.m. to see how this candle closes. Because right now, at this moment in time, I don't see anything too clear. What's up, everyone? So we did tap into this unfilled 15-minute gap, and we're starting to react off it a bit. I think I fixed the music. I'm going to check on my phone. That was way too hard. Essentially what I did, though, is I was trying to edit some video. You said, what's your 2 rate? I get, oh, TP rate, like win rate. My win rate's like 65%. I feel like lately it's been closer to 70 because I've been like hitting lately. But previously I'd say it was closer to 65. And Dark Ignite says, "Yo Tim, morning man, how's the market looking?" Right now, I'm not seeing too much right now, to be honest. But I mean, actually, well, there's an unfilled 5-minute gap here. There's actually a setup that I'm not taking right now. Honestly, partially because I didn't even see it. I don't think this is high rated though. Honestly, should I try this? Nah, I shouldn't. I'll wait until 10 a.m. Judas says, hopes and dreams at work. How high can your dreams truly go? My dreams can be pretty high. I like to set big goals. 50, 1, 2, 3, 50. What is this? 5 cons? Honestly, am I about to try this? If it wicks up, I feel like I might try this. Yeah, I might buy stop there, honestly. You said I bought a Top Step account to inverse you. I'm not even lying. Well, I'm sorry you're going to lose money then. Yeah, I'm not going to take this. So honestly, yeah, we're moving bearish. So I mean, like, the thing I was looking at before was we inverted this like really tiny 1 minute over here. Is this not even a 1 minute? It's like a 1 tick 1 minute gap. But I mean, I feel like part of the reason I passed up on that is just because how small that gap is. I just liked how there was this unfilled 5-minute gap up there. And we're delivering from this unfilled 15-minute gap. There's even an SMT at the low? Interesting. Oh, I never double checked. I think it's working fine, the audio. Yeah, it sounds good to me. Yeah, honestly though, like, so I feel like if we're just keep dumping like this, it's possible we're just not going to rebalance these gaps and leave them as like breakaway gaps. Because like sometimes when we're just moving so bearish, like we might open up these gaps, but they don't need to get traded back to, like right now at least. Yeah, we are moving so bearish. And honestly, so since this 4 hour is holding so strong, like honestly, I feel like I gotta start targeting like London and Asia lows. So for me to get like a short entry, I'd want to see like a 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap open up. And then from there, if we trade back into it, reject out of it, like a lower time frame confirmation, I'd take a short out of that. I feel like ES and NQ are just so like decorrelated. Like NQ is about to hit London lows and like ES is nowhere near there. And I guess there's relative equal lows down here. Those are definitely getting ran. So NQ took out London lows. ES is not even close to London lows. So I mean, there's an SMT, but at the same time, I mean, it's like a counter trend SMT. Because like this 4 hour is just holding so strong. Like I don't want to take longs against this 4 hour, to be honest. You still here, Just Duke? How's your day going, bro? Jake says, how's your day going? Honestly, pretty good so far. I went to the gym earlier this morning, waiting for a setup to appear. Can't complain so far. How about you, Jake? It has been a morning. Got to work at 9, just to clock in at 4 here till 11. Damn, bro. Putting in that work. You said I recently got into trading and my demo profit is 1.4K. My friend has been this forever and wants me to get it funded by January. I'm sure you can do it. It's great you're starting on demo though. I feel like not many people do that. It's like honestly a great idea. Cause I feel like at the beginning, like you gotta see if you're actually good at this. And there's OD people that just like start trading with no skill and they start throwing money away for no reason. Yo, what's up, Snow? How are you, bro? Nothing much. I'm just waiting for a setup to appear. I feel like I'm not seeing too much right now. I think I want to say I'm bearish right now though. Because I'm just looking at, I feel like the main thing I'm looking at is there's this 4-hour gap. And we're just holding it and delivering from it. And we put it in S&T with like the data high up here. I don't know if you ever look at like data highs. But we took out that 830 candle on ES, but we never took it out on NQ. How's your morning been, Snow? And Jake said, but to be honest, copy trading is a smart way to make money, but I can't do that. I want to learn. I mean, yeah, just focus on getting a payout from one account. And the way I think about it is like, just try to, when you copy trade, actually the other accounts aren't there. Like, just do the same thing you're doing to get a payout on the one account with multiple accounts. You said just finished eating up on that dump, took it from 25 640s to 25 480s now on several accounts. I'll send you the screenshots. Good stuff, bro. You be killing it all the time. You said also 100% see your perspective on the higher time frames aligned. Yeah, honestly, I could see us. I feel like I could see us coming all the way to Asia low right now. You said new 4-hour candle cupping in a few minutes. Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm hoping that when this new 4-hour candle opens at 10 a.m., we can pull back a little bit. It'll give me like a short entry. So then I can ride that like distribution of the next candle to this low. Yeah, you said if you're bearish, then I wait for that wick to produce the pullback. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. But honestly, the way we're moving right now, I really wouldn't be surprised if we just keep dumping and take Asia low. Like, this is just straight dump. You said we explained at the same time, yeah. And the thing is, honestly, that once we hit Asia lows, at least in my opinion, I feel like shorts are like a lot lower rated. Because like we already ran so far, we've taken out all the clear draws. So like you're just kind of targeting like what are you targeting past there? I mean, there is this low, I guess, but you said unemployment came out way higher than I had expected, so I was looking for a retracement for those Asia market open. It's so nice to get economic data again. I feel like I forgot what it was like to get economic data for that month there. Or however long it was. You said if you look at the daily candles, there's several areas of interest from the previous 2 weeks IMO. I mean, yeah, I mean, you are right. But in my opinion, I hate taking shorts when there's no, like, I feel like there's just been no good pullback. I feel like we're starting to get overextended now. But there are good targets. So this new 4-hour candle is going to open in like 30 seconds. I guess there's still like what? Is this like 30 points to Asia low? 25? You said it's straight up dump RN, no clear draws to enter so far? Oh yeah, definitely. And you said, yeah, bro, the government shut down. The late data release delays can really mess up your bias because now we're left from the dark using TA alone. Yeah. I feel like I am more focused on technical analysis, but like even with me being focused on technical analysis, I feel like there's just no volatility. I recognize those days when there's 8:30 news coming out. Like there's just more volume and volatility. So I mean, I don't think this is necessarily going to happen, but if we end up leaving like relative equal lows with Asia, that'd be nice. If we get a pullback and I can take a short to those relative equal lows, but so if we're able to come up and tap into this 5-minute gap without taking out Asia lows, I would definitely look for a short off of that. So one of my friends went short exactly when the candle dumped. Dude's up 2.6K. Good stuff for him. Yeah, I feel like it was the second market opened, just straight dumping. So honestly, we're leaving behind relative equal lows with Asia, and we might trade back up into this 5-minute gap. So if I can get a clear inversion to Asia lows after we tap into this, I'm going to take this trade. Whatever the highest time frame gap is. So we almost tapped into the gap. We've tapped into the gap, okay. So now I'm looking, what is the highest time frame gap in this leg right here? So it's either going to be the 1 or the 2 minute it's looking like right now. So let's say if we close through like this 1 minute gap right here, I would take a short just going for 1-to-1. The risk to reward is not the best, but so we have a minute till we open up this 2 minute gap. So if this 2 minute gap opens up, I got to pay attention to the 2 minute instead because it's the highest time frame gap in this leg. And I mean, even if it does pull up higher, we still have there's like another 5 minute gap above. We can maybe trade into this one, reject off of that. And in terms of like premium and discount, like this, excuse me, this gap up here, part of it is actually in like equilibrium. So like, I mean, we're not going to hit EQ most likely, but if we come close enough to EQ, that'd be kind of nice. My risk to reward starting to get cooked the further it goes up, but I mean, maybe we can open up this 3 minute and I can get a close like down here maybe. So we tapped into this other 5 minute gap. So at least I feel like we're not crazy overextended for a short right now. Like we've gotten at least some decent pullback. But the thing I don't like is I feel like there's no clear gaps really. Oh, we might open up this 4 minute. This is interesting. Cause I feel like we don't want to leave behind these relative equal lows, but if we keep pushing up and up and up, I can't like be just stuck on this bearish bias forever. But I feel like if for me to remain bearish, if we tap into this 15-minute gap and don't start reacting off of that, I feel like I'll flip my bias then. Because I feel like if we're gonna come all the way up here and not react, we're probably just gonna come for these highs. So we're gonna open up this 4-minute, which is gonna be the highest time frame in this leg. But we're probably gonna open up this 5-minute eventually. We have 4 minutes, that 5-minute will open up. So I feel like at the rate we're going, we're probably gonna tap into this 15-minute gap up here. So I mean, this is like, I definitely want to see how we react once we start coming up here. You said now it's just pumping, no pullback. Yeah, honestly, even if I was looking for a long, I couldn't get a long out of this. You should look at the 4-hour. I mean, yeah, honestly, this could be... I mean, this could be a manipulation the opposite way before it distributes lower, but... Me personally, I look at the relative equal lows down here, and I just feel like they should be hit. I mean, I definitely could be wrong, but... I mean, I'll just be following order flow, kind of. Honestly, I feel like more than I look at the 4-hour though, I feel like we're just so far away from this low, it really means nothing anymore. That's the thing. Yeah. Because, I mean, if this 4-hour gap was going to deliver us to this low down here, I feel like it wouldn't have traded into it and then came so close but failed to actually hit it. So we did open up this 5-minute gap down here. Honestly, I feel like, so if we trade into this 5-minute gap and clearly respect it and start trading back up, that would be another thing that would kind of make me want to flip my bias. And I mean, we did even invert this 5-minute gap right here. Did we invert it? We closed exactly at it. You said, yeah, I agree with you for those lows having conflicting bias now, but I finished trading that opening volume, so I'll call it a day. Yeah, I mean, if you're up, just call it a day, definitely. You said at the moment, we could be respecting this, but the candle's only 16 minutes in with 3 hours left. Yeah, that's the thing, yeah. You said COB, by the way, in Bookmax, not in TradingView. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta look up what COB is. Close of business? Oh, I guess it's like the 5 p.m. Okay. Oh, it's like the 5 p.m. price, I guess. Or 4 p.m. or 4:30. I get probably 5 p.m. I feel like I've never looked at that. I've always looked at just like midnight opening price, and then we see current order book. Yeah, I guess I'm not too into like order books and book maps, so I wouldn't know. I still need to look into book map. I never did that. I'll set a reminder for myself. You said it gives data on where orders lay, and Bookmap is a tool. Yeah, I've seen people using it, and I've seen them show like the areas where those orders sitting. I've just never used it myself. He says it has previous orders ready, dated, and gives an idea of where we can target for ranges, but it has conflicting data too. Yeah, I feel like that's one of the reasons. I mean, like I'd give it some research, but I feel like one of the reasons I hesitated is because I feel like adding more stuff, at least for me, isn't really necessary at this point. There's actually one trader though that I watched that trades very similar to me, and he's been using order flow, and he said it helped him a lot. I'm sure it's just a thing you'd learn better over time. You said how insane is it? This price been ranging around the same zone for previous 6 days. Yeah. Where's Yeah, it's literally like even on the daily, it's kind of like a barcode. I wonder how big is this range? It's not that big at all. Although I mean, I guess if you think about like accumulation, manipulation, distribution, I feel like this is an accumulation zone. We kind of manipulated down, and we could start distributing up now. You said yes, barcode exactly, man. I can't remember which day it was. There was some day this week though where I looked at like, but it was between 10 a.m. to like a 10:30, and it was literally a barcode. Was it Tuesday? I want to say. Yeah, I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, like it was right here. I was sitting here watching this, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so bored. Oh my god. There we go. You said contemplated on entries every time I was looking for Asia and London, but I've been so heavily invested in New York only for this week. Interesting. So I mean, we did tap into this unfilled 15-minute gap. Then honestly, I mean, I feel like this is the last area I could see us react off of for me to look for shorts. Because like if we're not gonna tap into this and react, like we're just going up. So I hope, honestly, I hope we can give us like some form of pullback before we hit this data high up here. Because I love targeting data highs, to be honest. Like this one is SMT'd because like ES already took it out, but regardless, I feel like data highs are still a good target. Oh, and the reason I would never take, like, there's this 5 minute inverse that's happening right now, but like, there's just two 5 minute gaps in this leg. So I always look for the leg that has like one singular gap for me to look for an inverse. And I mean, also your risk reward's cooked. Like, if I were to take an inverse to this 5 minute, like, where am I putting my stop? You said I bought two contracts when we inverse the 5 minute up $200. Good stuff, bro. You said only $100 left till I pass this eval and alpha? Good stuff, bro. You're doing like $100 on this trade, and you know, like, because if you're targeting like data highs, not a bad target. Well, you said I bought the account on Black Friday. You picked a good time to buy an evaluation. I'm pretty sure it was 30% off when you got it, I'm sure. So win rate is 71%. Good stuff, bro. So the thing I'm pretty much looking for right now is so let's say if we open up like a 5-minute gap here and we trade back into it and I get an inversion lower time frame coming out of it, I'd take a long off that because I'm not bearish anymore, honestly. You said I started trading with ICT and my losing streak numbers went down. That's good. I feel like a lot of people they talk shit about ICT, but I feel like, at least with me, when I started using ICT, I feel like it gave me consistency I really couldn't find with any other like trading strategy. So in a minute, we're gonna open up this 5-minute gap right here. So this would be like the first retracement we really get for longs. Ricardo says WTF today. I mean, it's December price action, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't say today's price action was too horrible. Trust me, I've seen worse. Like it could have been worse, but it's just kind of one of those days you really can't find a good entry so far. But at least for me, I mean, I still keep trading for another 40 minutes, so I definitely still could get a good entry. You said, hey bro, as long as you're trading according to your rules, that's what matters most. Very true. So we open up this 5-minute now. We haven't tapped into it just yet. Okay, so we tapped into this. So I gotta look for what's the highest time frame gap in this leg. I'm honestly not the biggest fan of this 1 minute, but only because I feel like the break-even point's a little close. So this 1 minute just opened up here. I would prefer if we could open up like a gap somewhere down here and invert it, so I can have more time to go break even, but I know this is tiny. There's this really, really tiny 5-minute gap below too that hasn't been tapped into yet. Oh, what's up, Vizid? How are you, bro? You said take any trades yet? Nah, I haven't been able to find anything yet. You said, I hope you kill it. Out to mod the Bimmer with some new stuff. Let's catch a workout and food soon after the holidays. Yeah, definitely, bro. Have a good rest of your day, bro, Snow. Vincent said, I'm pretty good, bro. Hope you're having a nice day, bro. PA is good, but no entries, unfortunately. Yeah, I haven't been able to find any entries so far yet. I mean, since I base all my trades off of like 5 and 15-minute gaps, we really haven't like tapped into one or reacted out of one since the market open. So we did not open up this 2-minute gap. There's no 3-minute. There's a chance we'll open up a 4-minute. You said waiting for the 5-minute bullish retracement. Yeah, I mean, we pulled into a 5-minute gap right now. We're probably not going to open up this 15. We might open this 15. You said you in? Nah, I'm not in this. Not currently. I'm not even sure if I'm going to take this if we invert this. Honestly, I'd prefer if we could pull down a little further and then get like a long entry. Is there even a 4-minute? Yeah, there's not even a 4-minute gap. You said I might just call it today. Low-key, it's weird today. Yeah, honestly, price action's not acting the best today. But so we tapped into this unfilled 5-minute gap down here. There's probably some 30-second if I was crazy. I'm not taking a 30-second right now, but I hope we can open up this 1 minute here. We're not gonna. There's 30-second. I'm not taking this 30-second. So I hope we can open up this 1 minute. I don't like that stop loss size. So there's this tiny 1 minute gap here. There's a chance I might take this if we close through the gap. We'd have to close through the gap though, like really quickly. He said I might take it, not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, I just gotta see some reaction first, but... And we're trending toward, like, there's this data high up here with, like, relative equal highs, kind of a data highs. We've tapped into 2 5-minute gaps now. Oh my god, is this a 5-minute gap that might open up? If this 5-minute gap opens up here, that'll make my life a lot easier, honestly. I say that because, honestly, if I'm able to get a setup where I can go break even at this unfilled 5-minute gap, that would be nice for me, to be honest. But we're just kind of dumping. I feel like this is so tricky. There's a chance that I feel like we're going to end up opening this 5-minute, and I feel like I'm going to end up looking for an inverse through that 5-minute. Hopefully, there's a minute and a half till this gap opens up. I hope this gap actually is able to open up. So we're not going to open up a 15-minute gap here, which is ideal for this setup. Because like, let's say if there was some 15-minute gap left behind here, I wouldn't want to put like an unfilled 15 at my stop. But there's not going to be one of those. So right now we're still holding. We're holding both. Yeah, we're holding both of these 5 minutes right now, because we haven't closed through this one. At least as of currently. And we just opened up that unfilled 5-minute gap above. So one thing I'm going to pay attention to is if I'm able to get a setup maybe where I can go break even at the unfilled 5-minute, that'd be nice. But so I mean, we are building. There's like, I feel like there's all these stacked highs up here. So I feel like eventually they kind of want to get ran, but so now this 1-minute gap is the highest time frame gap separating us from this unfilled 5-minute gap up here. You said now it's a lot of selling momentum building up. You said not thinking shorts. Honestly, I'm kind of conflicted in my bias, to be completely honest, because I feel like right now, like we're trending up, we're going toward these data highs, and on the 4-hour, like on the 4-hour, I feel like if we were going to be bearish, like now that we've tapped into this 4-hour gap, it should have delivered us to these lows. Like when we were closer, I was talking about targeting the relative equal lows, but I feel like we're just bouncing between two areas. Like I could see either side getting hit. This price action is so cooked. So like, I don't think I'm gonna take it. I gotta mentally debate here. Nah, there's gonna be an SMT at the high. I bet I can't take this. And if I take an inverse of this 5-minute, my stop loss is cooked. Although, I mean, I could get a 1-to-1 at data highs. You said have a good day, G. Good luck. I'm out today. Have a good day, bro. I appreciate you stopping by, Jake. So I feel like for me to take a long, like this 5-minute gap down here is really the last area that I could see us tapping into. at least at this moment in time right now, there's really nothing much I can be doing. Like, I'm pretty much waiting. Like, let's say if we open up this 4-minute gap and we close through it. Honestly, I would like long where I can go break even at this unfilled 5-minute gap up here. Maybe target data highs or something. That wouldn't be bad. But at the same time, though, I feel like we're just dumping straight down. The way we're moving right now, we honestly might want to take out these relative equal lows down here at Asia. But for me to even get an entry toward that, I have to get a pullback into a 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap. And I don't know if it's necessarily going to happen. Honestly, if we take out Asia low and don't react off it, I'm probably just going to call it. You said waiting for 1 minute IFVG into this 5-minute gap. Honestly, at this point, I think I'm waiting for a short. Is this what you're talking about, Visid? If we invert like this gap over here? Well, if you get your entry, good luck. So we haven't opened up this 5-minute gap just yet. It'll open up in 1 minute. So me personally, I'm waiting for this next. So this 5-minute gap's gonna open up right now. So hopefully we can trade up into that 5-minute gap, get a clear reaction out of it, so I can take continuation short. That would be nice. So we traded up into that 5-minute gap already. So right now, I'm looking what is the highest time frame gap in this leg, which is like this 1 minute. I'm seeing right. 2 minute, 3 minute. Ooh, there's a chance I might take this. Only if we close through it. Interesting. We're just running right through this this 5-minute gap. I feel like if I used my discretion, I feel like I could take a trade. Something like a long like this. Like go break even at this other unfilled 5-minute gap, but I don't think it's something I'd be willing to take. And there's a chance this 5-minute gap. I mean, I feel like we're going to these relative equal lows. I feel like. You said I had just closed my trade out on 320, still have $42, $43 left to pass the eval, just a matter of time. Good risk management in handling your trades though, bro. It takes a lot of discipline to have like $43 left to pass and walk away for the day. So like seriously, like good stuff. Ooh. I mean, if we come up though and we close through this 5-minute, I can't really base a trade off of it anymore. You said I'm not chasing anymore today. Been in this position in a couple accounts before. Not today. I'm going to look for tomorrow if possible. Yeah, tomorrow's a new day. He said, yeah, I know. Single contract's going to get me over 43. Just wait for the perfect setup. Yeah. So I got to pay attention to how this candle closes right here. Because if we close through this 5-minute, I really can't look for shorts right now. So it looks like we're holding. Yeah, we held this 5-minute. So I can still look for shorts for now. But I just got to pay attention to like what is the highest time frame gap in this leg. My stop's looking a little crazy now. So we do have a new hourly candle opening up though, right? So we have this 11 a.m. open. So in 11 a.m. kind of manipulated up a little bit. Maybe we can continue down. So what the highest time frame gap in this leg right now is this 3-minute gap. So honestly, if we close through this 3-minute right now, I would want to take this, to be honest. Ugh. And if I were to take this inverse, I would go break even at the internal high or low. The internal low, I should say. On NQ or ES, whichever one takes it first. And this setup would be a lot higher rated if the candle we're forming right now can invert it. Because like I love those like setups where like we create a gap, next candle we're just inverting immediately after. Thank you for the follow, 7th letter. Honestly, once it hits like 11:10, if I still can't find any entry by then, I'm just gonna call it. Because I feel like once it starts getting closer to that like lunch hour though, that's when I cut myself off. But I still have like 7 minutes. Honestly though, we might just close to this 5-minute. Yeah, so it looks like we're gonna close to this 5-minute. So I really can't base a short off this 5-minute gap anymore. Honestly, it astounds me that we never took out Asia lows. I'm just kind of stuck on the fact that I feel like we need to sweep those. Did we just open up this 5-minute gap? Is this a 5-minute gap? There's a 1-tick 5-minute gap right there. So this is like the only trade I really could take today, I think. If we close to this tiny ass 5-minute gap. Oh, but you know the thing I'm forgetting though. See, the thing I'm forgetting though is we're not delivering from any 5 or 15-minute fair value gap. Because we closed through this one. So I can't base a short off of that. I mean, I guess I could say we're delivering from this 15-minute gap up here. And we still haven't hit this low down here. But that's kind of a stretch. And honestly, there is this short right here. But I might try this, honestly. Should I try this? I don't like the price action today, though. No, I'm not trying this. I'm not trying this. It could play out. I'm not trying this. The thing I was looking at is we inverted the highest time frame gap separating us from this unfilled 5-minute gap. But this unfilled 5-minute gap is literally one tick. So I feel like, is this really a strong draw? No, it's like a one tick 5-minute gap. You said, I know, just never mind, took contract off. Just passed the eval. Let's go. Good stuff, bro. He said, I'm done for the day, man. I'm letting my mom know. She's going to be so happy. Thanks for the stream, Tim. Going to see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, bro. I appreciate you stopping by. And congratulations again, bro. Yeah, this setup definitely could work out, but I got to pass up on it. I really do got to pass up on it. And there's an SMT at the low, too, yeah. You said, thank you so much, man. Really happy to be here and learning things from you. Be safe, brother. I'm glad you find some value. Have a good rest of your day, bro. Yeah, so there's probably no shot I'm taking a trade today. This trade, honestly, is playing out. Me personally, though, I just know it's just not a good trade. Like, if this trade lost and I ended my winning streak with this garbage, I'd be pissed. Because, like, this trade definitely could work out. Is it something I'm comfortable taking? Not really. I would be break. Also, if anyone decided to take that for some reason, you gotta be break even now. But you said you taking any trades today, or how's it looking? We're getting close to lunch hour. Yeah, I'm calling it right here, to be honest. I considered taking this trade right here, but honestly, I don't think it's clean enough. I'm just gonna end the day with no losses. But I'm honestly just gonna wrap up the whole session as a whole. So I'll start with so what I said my bias was. So when I first sat down here, I did say I was bullish, but it was very dependent on a couple things, right? So I said one of my main conditions coming into the session was you can see there's this 4-hour gap. Am I on the 4-hour? What is the 14-hour? What am I doing? On the 4-hour. So there's this 4-hour gap right over here. So we never actually closed through it. So we're holding it. So I was saying, if we come and we close through this 4-hour gap, I'm definitely going to be bullish to this daily unfilled gap up here, these highs up here. But if we're going to keep holding this gap, I'll be bearish these lows. So what ended up happening was, I keep checking. I'm so curious if this is going to play out or not. It probably will, the way it's looking right now. But so coming into the session, right? So at 9:30, we just started dumping, like literally dumping. Like this is the 9:30 candle right here. So dump, and then for me to, I was looking for continuation shorts, but the thing was, we never really opened up any 5 or 15 minute unfilled gaps, right? So like you can see we're coming down right after market open. This gap never got traded into. But and look, the thing is though, once we did trade into these gaps, at that point we're just running straight through them, right? Like it's not like we're getting any reaction out of it. So we ended up coming all the way up here to this 15-minute gap up here, right? So now that we've tapped into this 15-minute gap, in live time, I was saying this is like the last line of defense pretty much. Like if we're going to go past this 15-minute gap and not react down, like there's no way we're going to continue being bearish. So we tapped into this 15-minute gap up here. We started having a reaction lower. I really couldn't find any entries because I feel like when you zoom in here, like there's no just good structure really that I could find. Like even on the 1 minute, right? There's just no good structure. So then once we did tap into this 15-minute gap and we started having this clear reaction out of it, again, I was looking for shorts. And then the thing was, we closed through this 5-minute gap. So I was waiting for a 5 or a 15-minute gap to get tapped into as we're continuing down, and I'll take like some continuation short. So we tapped into this gap, but the only thing is, now that we've actually closed through this 5-minute gap, I can no longer base a trade off of this gap, right? Because like it's a bearish gap. Why would we close through it in a bullish fashion? It makes no sense. So and that's actually part of the reason why I ended up passing up on this trade that I'm about to explain, right? So this is honestly the only trade that really made me consider taking it like the whole day, to be honest. So I'll fix my long or short tool. But so the logic behind this one, right? So still didn't hit TP just yet. But we created this unfilled 5-minute gap. You said I took the long exactly 10 minutes ago. So I guess we're back at break even for you. But so we opened up this unfilled 5-minute gap down here, right? It's very small, very small. We opened up this unfilled 5-minute gap. So once that got opened up, I thought, okay, like even if we're going to continue up, we should rebalance this gap. But the only thing is though, this gap is only 1 tick big. So I feel like I'm not really willing to take like a short toward a gap that's only 1 tick big, to be honest. And on top of that, like if we were going to continue bearish, I don't see why we're going to invert this 5-minute gap. Like not tap into this 5-minute gap up here. And it's not like we're delivering from a 15-minute gap. So this trade's just like not higher rated. And the thing is too, like I'm on a winning streak. Like a lot of times I think like if this trade were to lose, how would I feel? And I know for a fact, like if this trade lost, I'd be so mad at myself saying, why did I end this losing streak with this such a shit trade, for lack of a better term? Because like we're not delivering from anything really. We're just rebalancing to this 5-minute gap. And it's like a 1 tick gap. It's like not clear to me. I mean, yeah, it probably would have stopped me at break even, I bet. Let's see. Yeah, so I mean, let's just say I get filled somewhere down here too. Yeah, I would have gotten stopped at break even, so it's not even like I missed out on a win anyway. So I'd call it W risk management, but so that means no trades on the day. And in case anyone wants to see, where's TradingView? Yeah, here's my Top Step accounts I've been trading, right? No P&L for the day on all of them. No trade day. Does anyone have any questions on anything that happened today? Anything at all? And you said I'm sitting in on this one. Yeah, I feel like price action has been too easy to read for me today, at least. But I guess if no one has any questions, I'll pretty much wrap up here. But if you guys are looking for a prop firm to trade with, my favorite prop firm is Alpha Futures. And if you use my discount code, which is code TINB272, it's going to get you 10% off all evaluations or whatever the best current discount is. And then I'll be live again tomorrow at 9:30. Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow at 9:30. And join the free Discord if you're not in there already. You can find it in the pinned comment or on my YouTube channel. But I do appreciate every single one of you guys stopping by today. And I hope all of you have a great rest of your day. Peace out.